Good morning. Today is going to be a great day. Why? Because you're still here. I'm still here. We're the hands and feet of God. Someone needs what you and I can do. He loves us. We love him. And we're going to get through this virus like we've done it in the past. So I'm out this morning practicing extreme let's call it social distancing. So if I spin around, ooh, that's a nice sunrise in the background. As I spin around, you notice I'm out in the middle of a field away from everybody. This is called extreme social distancing. You know, I was thinking about it this morning as I was headed to get some breakfast. Okay, yeah, I got to get to Waffle House. Because until Waffle House closes, it is not a zombie apocalypse. But I was thinking about a conversation I had with my wife over the weekend, and she was telling me this past Sunday that pretty much every 100 years or so, we have these type of pandemics. So I pulled some information this morning together, and I was looking at some data, and it said that in 1500 there was the Columbian Exchange, 1600 there was the Plague of London, 1800 cholera, 1900 the Spanish flu, and then 2000 we had SARS. Now, yes, there were some, significant casualties related to some of the early ones from the 15th, 16th, 17th century. But you got to keep in mind a couple things. One, they did not have radio like we have today. They did not have television like we have today that can bring that information to you in a way that says, hey, there's an outbreak in this city, this state, this country. Here's what you need to do. If you think back a few hundred years, it was either by boat or some other form of information got around the world. That took a little while. So yeah, you could see where the numbers might have been a little bit higher on the casualty side. But the one thing that's important is that we got through it. We will get through this one too. Pulled a scripture for you this morning from Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 31:6. And it said, "Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For thy God, he is it that doeth. Go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee." That means God is going to be there for us. He's been there for us. He's going to be there for us. He's not leaving us. He's not turning his back. He's going to be there with us. So, you know what it says? Fear not. Be of good courage. Be strong. Those are some important words to remember when you think about this virus, right? You know, we can't let this scare us. And though I'm a little concerned, but I have faith. I'm believing that we got through it before. We'll get through it again. I have my own little personal scripture that I remind myself of almost every morning when I get up as we've been going through this. And it went, and hopefully I get all the words right, and it went, "He said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, I would glory in my infirmities, so that the power of Christ rests upon me." That's my scripture that I hold on to every day. It reminds me that I might be weak at times, but God's strength is with me. I'll get through it. Glory in what I'm going through right now, because God's power will rest upon me. And his grace is sufficient to get me through this day, and it'll get me through tomorrow, it'll get me through the next day. In other words, find your good scripture, have faith, keep believing, keep trusting, keep knowing that we will get through this one as we've gotten through others in the past. I'll be thinking about you. I'll be praying for you. Hey, and don't forget, let's keep your prayers going for those who are out on the forefronts of this thing. You know, those who are at the hospitals and the nurses and the first responders. They need your prayers. As do probably your neighbors and those who are just being inundated with all this information that they're seeing on television, they're hearing in the news. It can be a little overwhelming. And there may be some concern with them. You know, reach out to them, touch your family members, call some folks, text some folks. You know what? Here's even better. Sit down and write some notes with a little stamp and mail them. Because that'd be the most touching thing you could do for anybody. Then go to the post office and get a letter from you. Remember, reach one, inspire all. I'll be praying for you. I love you. Keep your faith. Keep strong. Keep believing. God is with us both. God is with us all. Amen. Have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.